Howdy. Going to do a little repair work today. I've got to fix a gate hinge that destroyed itself. One of my customers called me yesterday and said that his gate had fallen off its hinges, welded broke. And so I ran by there. We built the gate about 3 years ago, I guess. And I build special hinges that are adjustable. This is just one of the plates that go on it. And then we use these kind of hinges. This is kind of hinge. It's a pin, fits in there. It's got a grease zert on the top and a ball bearing that fits in here on top of that. So basically the weight is all on the ball bearing. They're very good hinges if you keep them greased. That's what happened to this one. I went up and looked at it and I thought, something's weird. The grease zert's gone off the top. So I talked to the owner and he said, well, it was making a little noise and he was trying to grease it and he broke the zert off. So he just left it be. Well, unfortunately, this thing is welded inside now. I tried to take a hammer and beat it off. I tried a big pipe wrench, can't even turn it. And if you look closely, you can see this is the piece of square tubing. It just ripped it right off the gate. The welds didn't break, the metal around the welds broke. So I've got to come up with a way to fix this. And frankly, it's fastest for me because I make all these parts all the time that we just make a new one. This is the plate that's the mate to that. I make these on my old Bridgeport Boss and just mill out these. It's 2 holes for bolts, and then this is a hole where I plug weld the back of that hinge to it. So I'm going to take and weld up this one, and then we're going to make me a new jack from my gate jacks. This is just a regular old trailer jack. We're going to weld on some extensions down here. So you slap that upside of a gate and crank it up. Also today we're going to use my little Miller-Matic 140. I've had that thing for years and years and years. It's set up, it can do aluminum too. I've got a spool gun for it, and well, I've used it exactly twice in about 10 years. Not a big fan of spool guns. Although I did use one on the SV Seeker, and after a while I got it dialed in and it worked all right. The first thing we're going to do is come up with a way to fix this damage on that gate post. As you notice, the metal's gone. So what I think I'm going to do is take another half of it, and let's see, it'll be this piece here. I'm going to take and bevel it off and weld it here so that this piece will slide inside the gate. And then I'm going to cross drill this so I can put a bolt through it, so we're not relying on that weakened metal around, and it'll give me something to weld nicely to. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to V this out some more so we can get a good deep weld in it. We'll see what we can make happen. My little Miller-Matic is been a pretty good welder, but something new is coming along to take its place. On the welding trailer that I take around to work on gates, it's got a Bobcat inside, and then I had a Miller Suitcase 12V wire feed welder in there. I've sold that one, and the little Millimatic's going to go inside the trailer. You get on these gates and sometimes they're so thin metal that you just can't weld it very well with a stick. So that's going to go in the trailer, and Monday something new showing up for the shop. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is cut us a piece of metal to weld onto that. Get some light over here. You guys can't see. This is my old jet horizontal bandsaw. I've got some 1¼ inch square tubing stuck in there. I'm going to cut it off and make a little post on our jack there. Go get some fluid put in there. I use a synthetic water-based coolant, and the coolant doesn't go away, it just, the water evaporates out of it. So we just add some more water to it, it comes back. Going to cut a piece for the jack and weld it onto the side of that new jack. Makes nice square cuts with no heat damage. All right, let's go back over to here. This is a 5,000-pound sidewind square jack. You can pull the pin and raise it up so you can change your height if you need to, make it adjustable. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to weld this piece to the bottom of here. That way I can go get under a gate and pick it up. Sometimes you see these things where they're welded up here and it gets up higher on the gate, and if you're hanging a gate, that's good. But basically, ever since I semi-retired, I don't build new gates. I just repair the old ones for customers that I've already had. And most of the time I put in a little small floor jack to get under it and pick it up so I can adjust it. So I'm going to start off by putting one down here. And later on, if that's not good, I will take and maybe make a collar so it can slide up and down. But I think with this being adjustable, I have about all the movement I need. So, just laying down. I'm going to put that about right there. So we need to get rid of some of the paint. Hold your ears. Take off off all the sharp edges there. We'll take and get the welder set up, and let's see if we can put some weld. I haven't used this in quite a while. Usually I would just hook this to the table, but it's got so many loose joints here. I'm going to put it on this machine. Let's see. Let's see about that. Now, how you guys, can you see okay? Sorry I don't have any camera equipment to get you nice arc shots, but to do it right, that takes a lot of equipment. And frankly, this is just some out in the country barn welding, okay? Tack it up and see if it's working. Let's see. A little more heat. Kind of leery about welding this thin metal here, but I guess all it does is slide up there. We'll just take it easy. Be not distorting it, not melting it too much. And one more time. Still moving. You know, I think it'd help if I put on my cheaters. Usually I put cheaters, the little lenses, in all my helmets, but I find that this new Crystal 2, I can wear regular glasses and it comes down over them without interfering. There's something about the geometry upside the nose. I think that'll hold it. I don't want to get it too hot. So now, we We have a leg on this, and you can raise it up and down. We'll get it down to 6 inches off the ground. I can usually pick up from underneath or raise it on up and get it up higher. I think that'll be fine. Last month, Richard King had a scraping class here, and this year he bought a couple of inexpensive surface plates for people to learn on. And they all came with this certificate of inspection. Frankly, about the only good thing this is for is a paint shield. All right. Gonna get this ready to weld. Basically, this is the lower block. The gate part fits on top, and we'll line it up on those holes. I've got to get some glasses, guys. I'll be back. It's hell getting old. All right. This is what we're trying to duplicate. These hinges are adjustable in 3 axes once you put them on the gate. So as long as it's close to where it used to be in that orientation, I think we'll be fine. There and over there. Get rid of some of this mill scale. With the new surprise that's coming Monday, I'm not going to have to do that. All right. Make sure I don't make a mistake. 2 slots, 2 slots. This here, no slot under there. And that is the same dimension in that direction and that direction. It was nice that the owner admitted, well, that's my fault, when I said, I don't understand why it's welded together. And he told me the story of the squeaking. Let's get this tacked up. I knew surprise was going to be here, but it was supposed to be here Monday, and I was down in a little town with very poor cell reception putting in a security gate operator, and I didn't get the phone call from the truck driver. They had it loaded on the truck. 2 days early it got to here from Illinois, and just no way to get it till Monday. Frankly, during this corona stuff, I'm surprised you can get anything at all. I think it would do much better if the ground was right here instead of going through this tabletop. It's kind of acting like it's trying to cut out on me on that bottom one. I bought this table from some guys that looked like they were out doing, buying everything in a building and then selling what they could. And they gave it a Rust-Oleum rattle can finish that doesn't really transfer the current very well. So, put it under here. And we'll go from there. Sounds better. My new surprise will be able to do all that in one pass. Went in the root and then I went over on top of it with a bead. There's a lot of weight on that little joint. Don't ever put your ground on this little rod right here. You get arc strikes on it and just not nice. And I'm going to take and lay another bead right along the top of that one. Then I just put a little one on the bottom and a little on the top to keep the water from going in between them all. Did y'all notice that was hot? I did. There's the second bead on top. And I'm going to reach in underneath this post and fill that little gap in. That sucked. I had to stick the arc out, the wire out so much I got a little bit of porosity in it. But as long as the water can't get in that area, that's what I was after. Watch your eyes. Alright, I'm happy with that. That it isn't going to come off. Water can't get behind it. Let's flip it over and put the back side. That ought to get it. See in there? You guys are way up there in the air. Come on down to the ground level. So we've got a little weld in there, just tying it in deep. Double pass on that side and that side. We're gonna let that cool off and that one's repaired.